I've heard a lot of older believers, ministers, even some ministers, believers who've been with the Lord, walked with him a while. They're real sweet. They're compassionate. I love them. They are attempting to encourage people who are still struggling, who are still in pain, who are still
working through it.
And they'll say things to the effect of, I'm still struggling too, or I still deal with stuff too from time to time. And I love their transparency. I like that they're vulnerable. At the same time, it communicates a message that you can't be fully free. It's also something that seems to be purported in the world a lot, that these are going to be things that you struggle with.
Lifetime works.
This is going to be something you struggle with for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That you have been so victimized, you've been so traumatized that like you're always going to have triggers. You're going to always, and you just have to start looking out for your triggers. You just have to watch out for those triggers. And you surround yourself with people who are sensitive to that, who are kind to you for those reasons, and make a little allowance and give you grace. That this is just always something. You have been victimized once, triggers. And so you are victimized forever. And you can come into strength, you can come into power, you can even get justice, but there's always going to be a little part of you. There's always going to be a little broken part of you. They say things like, these scars, they talk about the scars. These scars are just signs of what I've been through. And, and that they will always carry scars. And that's how they always, that's how they communicate it. And again, that leaves the message that I will never be completely whole again.
Yeah.
And that's why the words of Jesus are so powerful to me when he turned to the woman with the issue of blood. She'd struggled with something for 12 years. And he turned to her and he didn't say, be healed and go your way. He said, be whole. And his words always stand out to me. Jesus doesn't want us to just be healed of our injuries and these long-term, these long-lasting, these things that can affect us for years. It may be a journey that we go on for years. It may take some concentrated effort. Yeah. It may take a while. The Holy Spirit leads and guides us to the truth. There may be some people where some of the truths I was able to come to a little quicker because I had a developed relationship with the Lord. I had some biblical knowledge maybe they didn't have. Maybe there's some things about life you haven't realized yet. And it just takes you a while for the Holy Spirit to even get those concepts over to you. But it says he will lead and guide you to the truth. And Jesus turned to her and he said, be whole. He doesn't just want us to be healed. He wants us to be whole. He intends us to walk in our original design. And I'm not going to let the enemy take from me any of the original design I was supposed to walk in. That's part of the maturity we're supposed to be finding in Jesus. It says in Ephesians that we are growing up into the fullness of the stature of Christ. You're going to make me cry because you're crying.
I'm crying. Is it good?
You're going to make me cry. And that we don't have to bear that. We can walk in the fullness of who we are called to be.
Yeah.
And we don't have to continue to struggle with this. And he said more often, and I am living testimony. This isn't just the only thing that I have faced in my life, but I am living, and you know that. But the Lord can bring you into complete wholeness and completely comfortable in your skin, completely healthy. And no, we don't ever go there. It never gets washed back up. There may be a season where it's healed, but there is a bit of a scar still left, a little bit of redness to it, the wound a little bit. And it does, maybe you encounter a new thing in life and it kind of washes up.
Yeah.
But the Holy Spirit will always be there. He's always faithful until it is whole.
Yeah.
And I am standing here as an older believer, as somebody who's faced some things and saying, no, it may take you longer than maybe your neighbor who got it a little quicker.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Let the Holy Spirit do his whole work. The word says that I will complete the work I began in you. It says he is faithful to complete it, the work he began. And so we can be confident that there's not a part of me he's going to leave untouched, unaddressed, unhealed, unwhole. He wants me whole.